What ashes? They just be ashes on the floor, baby. Just sweep them up, clean them up. That's it. Mm-hmm. I won't be put in a firework. I said I want to be put in a firework.
Why?
Yeah. Go to the firework, and when the firework, shh, ashes come down on everybody. Put an umbrella up. I want to be either that or be pressed into a diamond. Either that be pressed into a diamond. I'm just saying. Okay, guys. Great day, great day, great day. Again, we are in the home stretch. We are in the home stretch. Today, we are working on science. You should, if you're having problems or issues, please let me know. I will slow down, however. But today is going to go pretty quickly. Pretty quickly. Thank you to Jalen for joining us today. Thank you, Ms. Darby's class, for joining us today. We are on page in our textbook 55, page 55. Go to your textbook, page 55, science textbook. We in science class, y'all. Science textbook, page 55. Go 55, 55, double 5, 5 times 11, 55. 54 plus 1, 5, 55. 56 minus 1, 55. That's the page we're on. You're awesome. You're awesome. You're awesome. Good sauce. Good sauce. Okay. Hopefully, the math gave your brain a little jar today, where you had to think about how to manipulate those little squares into groups. And it should have given you a jar, but tomorrow we'll focus a little bit more onto it. But right now, as of now, we're in science, and our skill for the day is force. We're on force. So with that being stated, I knew somebody was gonna come in. Let me let them in before I get started. Ma'am. No, ma'am. Okay. You're awesome. Okay. I'm going to share my screen with you guys, and we are going to read page 55. It is a reading activity. This is something that you should know how to do. It is nothing that you do not know how to do. It is something that you should know how to do. Everybody should be able to see that. You actually should be reading along in your textbook, not the screen if you're at school. If you're at home, you are reading along on the screen. Somebody tried to come in. Okay, I got everybody. Good. Okay. So I'm gonna read aloud. You read with your eyes as I read aloud. We're talking about main idea and details. Now, this is something you learned with Miss Darby, talking about the main idea, something you learned in grades past as well. Main idea and details. Learning to find main ideas and details can help you understand and remember what you read. Read along with me, but read silently as I read aloud. Small but strong. Small animals can be very strong for their size. For example, tortoise beetles are the size of a ladybug, but it is very difficult to pull them off a leaf or a stem. These beetles have sticky feet and strong legs that allow them to hold on very tight. Leaf-cutting ants use their strength to carry heavy weights. A leaf-cutting ant can carry a leaf that is many times heavier than the ant itself. A flea is able to jump more than 100 times its own height. That would be like a human jumping from street level to the top of a 50-story building. Wow. Okay. So, what is the main idea? What's the main idea that this little passage has? You got to get a little bit more. It's right there. Remember that your main idea is the most important part about the topic. Listen to what I'm saying before you start answering. The main idea is the most important idea about the topic, about whatever the topic is. It's sometimes expressed in one sentence and is usually at the beginning or the end of the text. And the supporting details tells more about the main idea. So, what is this text, small but strong? What is it about? Talk up.
Mine says small animals.
Okay, but what about it? What about small animals? I didn't read none of that in that text. Because it just told me my main idea is a sentence.
Very strong or that are strong.
Okay. Repeat. I thank you, Emma. I see that. You're right. Repeat my other people, Miss Darby class.
Brandon said that they are strong. It demonstrates how they are strong.
Very good. Very good. So can y'all find a sentence that gives me that so I can say that's my main idea? You first and foremost, you're gonna not read out loud. You're gonna raise your hand or something and say, I found the sentence. Get that out your mouth. Now, you found the sentence, Jakiria? Which is? Oh.
The first sentence my class said.
Okay. What do you say, Alfredo? Nope, that's not, that wouldn't be the smart, that wouldn't be the main idea for the whole passage. For the whole passage, that wouldn't be the main idea. What do you say, Jakiria? That's the first sentence. Very good. And Miss Darby class that said that, very good. So if you look on the bottom of your page, you see it has a spot for detail, and main idea. Detail, and main idea. So I need to write the main idea. What's the main idea? What would I write there? I write small animals can be very strong for their size. Very good. Period. Because the main idea is a sentence. It is a what? And a sentence begins with a what? Capital letter. It ends with a what? No. A sentence don't always end with a period. Punctuation.
My class said.
Very good, Miss Darby class. Punctuation mark. Okay, so now here's the fun part. What details in this passage backs up small animals can be very strong for their size? We go back, and this is where you're going to use your highlighter. What detail backs that up? Can somebody give me one? Okay, Alfredo. Talk up, baby. Take your mask away from your mouth.
Recurring ends can carry a weight that is many times heavier than the ant itself.
Okay, but what else? That's give me a little detail about it. So could I use the first leaf cutting ants use their strength to carry heavy weights? Yes, because what you read was another detail to support that first. You got what I'm saying? So I'm gonna underline Leaf cutting ants use their strength to carry heavy weight. See how I underlined it? You can highlight it, underline it, whatever make you happy.
Underlining or you sitting there?
Highlight, underline, whatever make you happy. What's another one? We talked about the leaf cutting ant. What's another one? Very good. A flea is able to jump. A flea is able to jump more than 100 times its own weight. That supports that small animals are very strong for their size, because you have to be strong to do 100 times your own weight. I'm not that strong. Anybody else have another one? Miss Darby class?
What's another one in the article that you read? What's another one? She already said that one. It's underlined, and she underlined the flea. Is there another one she talked about? Look in your book. Leaf cutter ants already underlined, dude.
Cutter ants are underlined. Do you see another one up in there?
They keep saying the leaf cutting ant can carry a leaf that is many times heavier than the ant itself.
Nope, we already talked about the leaf cutting ant. How many animals is this thing talking about? This passage talking about?
Look at your article.
All right, very good. We're talking about, I'm gonna use it too. We're talking about three different animals, right? We're talking about the tortoise beetles. We're talking about the leaf cutting ants, and we're talking about a flea. We ain't talking about the ladybug. That was an analogy. They compared it to a ladybug. They compared his size to a ladybug. So we know the flea is able to jump more than 100 times its own height. We know the leaf cutting ant uses their strength to carry heavy weights. And now Alfredo has told us about the tortoise beetle, that it is hard to pull them off a leaf or a stem, right? Because the other piece is just more details about pulling him off. Why it's hard to pull him off the stem? Because he has what? He has sticky feet and strong legs. Very good. But the detail we're looking for is tortoise beetles. Very difficult. And another word for difficult is hard to pull off a leaf or a stem. Paraphrasing. Y'all see why I just underline it, or highlight it, whichever one you have. You have a pencil, underline. If you have a highlighter, highlight it. Or swipe across one time. Don't color. Swipe across one time. Now, my children that is online, and that's Cedric, and that's the Jalen. And thank y'all for coming online. Thank you for caring about your education. And that's Emma. And that's all I see. Make sure you go into Savas or Savas and you find your activity. But this activity you won't find in there, because I couldn't find it. But we're doing it together anyway. So yay us. Now we have to write the detail. What's the first detail we're going to write? Can somebody tell me? We just highlighted details in the passage. So now we got to write it so our teacher can know what we're talking about. So can somebody tell me the first detail we're going to write? Okay, he said the tortoise beetle. Tortoise beetles are very hard to pull off, very good, a leaf or stem, period. That's one. Can somebody give me another one? We're in class, y'all, and it's gonna let me know if you're following directions. Let me put it back so people can see. Tortoise beetles are very hard to pull off a leaf or stem. Can somebody give me another detail about small animals can be very strong for their size? Jakiria? No.
Tremont said the leaf cutting statement that you underlined in the earlier passage.
Very good. That's what you're writing. That's why we underlined it. So we can know what to write when we get ready to write on our paper. Very good. We're gonna write leaf cutting ants use their strength to carry heavy weights. That's the purpose of us underlining, guys. Okay, that's the purpose of us underlining. It wasn't just to say, I'm underlining this just because. No, I'm going to use this because it's going to ask me down here at the bottom about details. So that's a detail. I told you the second sentence was giving more detail about the strength of the ant. That's not the main detail. Okay, anybody else? Anyone else?
Class said the comment you underlined about the flea.
Very good. The comment we underlined about the flea. And that was a flea is able to jump more than 100 times its own height. Ooh, very good. Think about a flea in a different manner next time. A flea is able to jump more than 100 times its own height. Y'all got it? I need feedback, y'all. I'm about to move on. If I don't hear anybody say anything to me, I'm moving on. And I don't want to hear you going too fast. Because I'm asking for feedback. And thank you, Emma. I'm moving on. That was the purpose of doing this activity. You will see this activity again. You will see main idea and details again. So keep this in your book so that you can go back and research and see what we did. All righty, let's talk about our vocabulary words. These are your vocabulary words for science. The words are, hold on. Your vocabulary words for science. The first word is what? Acceleration. The next word is what? Balanced. The next word is what? Contact force. The next word is force. The next word is friction. The next word is gravity. Oh, we're waking up now. The next word is okay. Listen to me.
Inertia.
Inertia. Inertia. Say it.
Inertia.
Inertia. Very good. That's inertia. The next word is this and that.
Non-contact.
What is that word? It's,
Non-contact.
okay, hold on. Let me help you out. That word.
Non-contact force.
No, what? You got to
Non-contact force.
It's non-contact force. That goes all together. Non-contact force. And what's the last word? Shadow. Shadow. All right. Those that has textbooks, you can look in the back of chapter 2, and you're gonna find some vocabulary cards that look like this. Vocabulary cards that look like that, all the way in the back of chapter 2. Go to the end of chapter 2. I'm not gonna tell you the page number now. This is ridiculous. The end of chapter 2. We are in chapter 2 on page 55, starts off chapter 2. Go to the end of chapter 2 and find your vocabulary card. My virtual children, yours is in Savas Realize. Your vocabulary words in Savas Realize. Very good. We're not telling you the page number because y'all can swipe. You can swipe left, what you swipe right. You can swipe right or swipe left. Swipe right, no left. It's left. Swipe left when you play in your games. You can swipe left in this book. Find your page number. I shouldn't take all day to find the end of chapter 2. Why in the dickens are you going page by page to find chapter 2? Go a little faster than what you're going, baby. I don't want to leave nobody out when I give my instructions. Y'all have a question? You found them? Very good. All right. So let's go vocabulary words. First word that I have on mine is what? Force. For my Hispanic or Spanish speaking children, the bottom is the word force in Spanish. The top is the word force in English. Okay? Yay up. If I flip over my card, and if you're in your book, you can't do that. I have the definition at the top, an activity to do, and the definition in Spanish at the bottom. What's the definition for force? Force is a push or pull that acts on an object. It is a push or pull that acts on an object. That's my definition for force. My next word that I have on my card is gravity. Gravity. And what you see is a picture of gravity, because what you see is this falling. That's falling. That's an action motion of falling. Okay? And that is force is gravity is the force of attraction between any two objects. The force of attraction between any two objects. My next word, contact force. What do you think contact force means? Contact force. Anybody can shine light on that? What you think contact force means?
Like when you putting, like when you're trying to put something together, like attaching it.
Attaching it, okay. Contact force can mean something like attaching it. I ain't tell you to read the definition. We gotta use what we think we know, okay? A force, contact force is a force that requires two pieces of matter to touch. Very good, Holland. Like attaching something. What is matter? What is matter? Oh, we talked about this forever. What is matter? Can somebody tell me what matter is? Solid, liquid, or gas. Wow. A force that requires two pieces of matter to touch. Okay. Hell, you just teaching to because, but you're going through it, you're going through it. Ain't your fault. Friction. What you think friction is? Don't turn to the back. What you think? Oh, okay. What you think friction is? Anybody? All right, moving
It's
on.
like a lot when it's making something move. Like when the wheels touch the ground, it's like you moving, but you're really not because the wheels moving for you.
Nope.
Slide across the carpet and into the burn.
Oh, when you slide across the carpet and get burned, carpet burn.
Yeah.
Yeah, that might lead to some friction. So friction is the force that results when two materials rub together each other or when their contact prevents sliding. That's friction. So take your hands and put them in there like you're praying, and you're gonna rub them together. I just love how everyone is following along in class. I'm really enjoying that. That's making me so happy. Such said, not this teacher. Take your hands and I want you to rub slow. Okay.
She's talking to you.
That's a little friction. Now rub a little faster. That's a little friction. What do you feel as you rubbing a little faster? Your hands
Okay,
get
it's
hot,
getting
right?
hot.
I had to take my rings off. So now let's rub real fast. Ooh, what you feel? What you feel? What you feel? So when we have friction on something that when it rubs against each other, what's happening? We're generating what? Yay, we're generating heat. Because I put it on my face. I'm like, oh, but it's not cold in here right now. It was cold earlier. We did this science class this morning. We probably would have warmed up. But now we are warm. We are very toasty now. Yay, us. But wait a minute. What if you press your hand real hard together, and now try to rub? But still pressing real hard. Can you rub your hand? Can it slide? You got to press real hard and try to move your hand. Can it slide? If you move your hand, that means you're not pressing hard. If you're able to move your hand and slide press and slide, you're doing it wrong. Because if I go real hard and I slide, I'm able to move my hand. But guess what that's called? Is that called friction? Yes. Prevents from sliding. Yes, my contact is preventing from sliding. So I got friction. Okay? All right, that was good. That heated me up. I'm hot now.
So I was right again.
You was right again. Yay, you. 2 points. Next word is acceleration. Now, everybody should know what acceleration is. Going fast.
Gaining speed.
Acceleration is speeding up, going fast. So let's see what the book says acceleration means. The rate at which the speed or direction of motion of an object changes over time. Acceleration. Can someone give me an example of okay, let me get it right. Brian went faster than my mouth. Give me an example of something that accelerates.
A car.
A car. A what?
A car.
Running. A car. Running.
Skateboard.
Motorcycle. Skateboard.
Roller skates.
Hoverboard. Roller skates. What you saying? Skis. Yes, like in the picture, skis. We said roller skates. A train, an airplane. Any automobile will accelerate if it has a working engine, motor. Same thing. If it has that, it will accelerate. Next word. Shadow. Somebody tell you what a shadow is.
Like it's a black reflection I use. Like when you.
It's a black reflection of you. Yes. Yes, everyone has the same color reflection. I mean, shadow, black. Black reflection of you is a reflection. Very good. A reflection is an area of partial darkness where light has been blocked by an object. Now, if you in my class, you can look on the floor and you can see darkness. Those are shadows of the desk. You can see shadow. You have nothing. You're not casting nothing. But if you stand over near the sun, you will see shadows where it's casting. You go outside today, virtual and Miss Darby, you look down on the ground, you see your shadow. Do you not know that back in the day before they invented clocks, they told time through their shadows?
No, I know that.
Know that? Yes. Before they invented clocks, the sun would put a stick in the ground, just a stick, and however the sun casts the shadow, right? So as the sun moves, they can tell what time it is, what time of day it is,
Oh,
based on the shadow. I thought that was kind of cool when I learned it too. But based on your shadow, you can tell what time of day it is. Or roundabout, because that's what it had to be, a roundabout. They can't say, oh, it's 2:07. No, it's around about 2 o'clock. So they get roundabout. Okay. So that is partial darkness is shadow. Next one is balanced.
oh, no.
Oh, let me put my rings back on. Balanced.
Oh,
Balanced.
like balance,
Huh?
like when you gotta hold two things at a steady pace so it don't fall. Like,
Okay. Steady pace so it won't fall. You balance. Equal weight. How about that? Equal weight. Look what I see. Describes equal forces that combine to act on an object in opposite directions. Equal weight. So if you was to put a book here and a book here, and I had to balance, that means I had to keep the weight equal to balance it. Very good. Very good. Next word. Inertia. Inertia. Those crash test dummies look like they having an accident, doesn't it? You have to actually, but that's a crash test dummy. You flip the page. You can. So inertia is the tendency of an object to resist any change in motion. Inertia is the tendency of an object to resist any change in motion. So think back to the brain going faster than my tongue. Crash test dummies. Where do they use crash test dummies?
for airbags.
Where do they use? But an airbag is the block change of motion. So the tendency of an object to resist in any change in motion, an airbag gives inertia to block that motion of you going into the.
What she said, right? Your airbag is dangerous.
What's wrong? Okay, I guess they just having a conversation.
Nothing's wrong. We're fine. We just got the talks over here for some reason.
Okay, that's inertia. And our last word,
Oh yeah, yo,
non-contact force. Non-contact force. Find out what non-contact force. You know what contact force is. Non-contact force is a force that acts at a distance. A force that acts at a distance. So with this, that has to be what she's holding or he's holding on the other side. What is that square piece? That's a what? Take your mask down. You got a mask and a shield going on. What is it called? A magnet. Yes, that's a magnet. So you know if your magnet is powerful, you can just hold it up and it's going, you don't even have to touch it. It's going to draw whatever it needs to draw to it, and it won't even touch. Just like they got the screw there. Yes. Uh-huh.
Wait, Miss Adams, magnets don't touch each other?
Magnets depends on which side you put them on. They got a south and a north
Oh.
pole to it, and a positive and negative, and
Like,
negative don't go together.
so like they got a side that make it like come to it, and they got one that don't.
It repels, yes. A magnet has one that makes it come to and one that repels. Repels means to push away. Okay. All righty. Guess what your homework is tonight? What you mean, Miss Adams? You have homework. You're going to take your sheet of paper and you're going to draw. It doesn't have to be you're going to do a word pyramid. That's what you're doing, okay? You're going to draw a pyramid.
Mhm.
Can somebody tell me what's the shape of a pyramid?
A triangle? No.
How many
Wait, yeah,
does it have?
like a triangle.
3. Very good. Like a triangle.
They got 3, so like a triangle.
All right. Do you see what you're going to do? You're going to draw a triangle. Okay? You're going to put it in 3 layers. First layer, second and third layer.
All right, 1, 2. That look like one of them emergency cones that they have on the street.
Ah, it does. It was yellow and orange, yeah. At the bottom, at the base of the pyramid, this is the base of the pyramid. I need you to write the definition.
Take that.
Write the definition. Oh, this was so. Draw a line underneath. You're gonna write the definition. And the second, this is this one here. On the second layer, I want you to write the word in a sentence or use the word
Dude,
in a word in a sentence. Okay. And the top layer, I want you to draw a picture or something related to the word. Ooh, spelling is awful today. Related to the word. All right, let's go over it again. Going over it again. The bottom tier, write the definition. Middle tier, use the word in a sentence. Top tier, draw a picture or something related to the word. And this is called a what? Word pyramid. Helps us learn our definition, learn our vocabulary words. This is called a word pyramid. Okay? Word pyramid. Draw a picture at the top or something related to the word. Write or use the word in a sentence.
so
In the
don't
second,
get.
and the third is write the definition. I still look like I spelled definition wrong.
Yeah, man.
All right. So our word today that you're going to use, this is my example. My example is volume. What's my example?
Volume.
My example, volume. I'm going to write the definition of volume. Volume is,
Is a sound.
no, the amount
Oh,
of, it's in my book. I want to make sure I give you the right definition. This from last week's. We're talking about volume, what it keeps up, what it does, and so forth. Volume is the amount of space an object takes up. Volume is the amount of space an object
takes up.
Very good. So what's a sentence can I use for volume? What can I use for volume?
I had to
Okay.
turn my phone down because it was too loud.
No. The amount of space an object takes up. The volume, and you got to use the word in a sentence. The volume of ounces. That's my sentence. The volume of the mug is 8 ounces. Now I have to draw a picture or something related to the word. I'm going to draw a mug. See what you have to do? That's your example.
Okay.
We use volume as the example. But your word today is, to make your own pyramid, word pyramid, make your own word pyramid is force.
Force.
Force. Your
Okay.
word today is force. The word today is what?
Force.
You're going to write the definition on the base of the pyramid. You're going to draw the pyramid first. Draw a line under it so you can write the word force. You're going to write your definition on the bottom, the base of the pyramid. The second line tier, you're going to write a sentence using the word. The word must be in your sentence. And the third, you're going to draw a picture or you're going to do something related to the word at the top. I make myself clear for today.
Yes, ma'am.
All right. So I think I can go and say every day this week, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday, you are to do 2 words a day of your choice. 2 words of your choice of the remaining words. 2 words of your choice of the remaining words. Are there any questions?
No, ma'am.
What's our skill in science this week?
Skill science.
Yes, what's our skill in science? You came in late.
I
What are
know
we
I
talking
did,
about?
so I don't know.
What are we talking about in science this week? Main idea and what? Main idea and details, and what's the science skill? Motion. Force and motion. The science skill for the week is force and motion. We're going to talk about things that go, how things go, how things move. What's the scientific definition and
I get all the bus riders to the destination.
all right, bus riders.
Bus riders.
Class is definitely over. That was our last activity. I had to get your homework out. I will see you guys on tomorrow. Make sure you do your word pyramid. Turn it in,
Load up and go.
at the end of the week.
Yeah.
Thank you so much. I will talk to y'all guys later.
Yeah, ma'am.